Hello everyone, welcome into the journey of Zero to Hero learning public with qrmmentor. Today, a big thumbs up to Sir Asad Farooq Khan on his self-branding lectures. This video is the takeaway for his lectures. Thank you, sir.
Why is it that two people can have the exact same degree, the same years of experience, and the same technical skills, yet one of them skyrockets to the top while the other feels stuck on a treadmill? Welcome to a deep dive into the internal engine. Today, we're moving beyond the surface level, chase for credentials and exploring the real mechanics of success. We've been told that ability is everything, but the truth is, ability is just the spark. Your altitude is determined by the engine inside. Let's shift our perspective from what you can do to how high you can actually go. We've all been there, obsessing over the input. We stack up certifications, diplomas, and technical badges like they're golden keys to a secret door. But here's the trap. You can accumulate all the what in the world and still see zero change in your career trajectory. This is the massive disconnect. If your output, your results, doesn't match your effort, it's because you're missing the link. That link is the internal engine. Your mindset is the mechanism that determines your flight path far more than your technical capability ever will. To understand this, let's look at the 85-15 rule, backed by research from Harvard University regarding job promotions. It turns out that only 15% of why people get ahead is based on technical skills and intelligence, the know-how. The staggering 85%? That's attitude. It's about how well you do the work, your resilience, and the quality of your character. Despite this, most of us spend 100% of our energy on the 15% that matters, the least for long-term advancement. It's time to rebalance the scales and focus on what truly moves the needle. Let's define the divide. Ability is your technical how-to. It answers the basic question, can you do the task? Think of ability as your baseline entry requirement. It's what gets you into the room in the first place. Attitude, however, is the internal quality. It asks, how well will you do it? How will you handle the difficult days? If ability gets you the seat, attitude determines whether you're sitting at the head of the table. Keep this in mind. Your skills are your ticket, but your attitude is your destination. Imagine a hot air balloon. The colorful fabric on the outside represents your external credentials, your resume, and your titles. But notice something. It doesn't matter what the outside looks like if the balloon is empty. The internal substance is the helium. Positive thinking and internal character create the lift that moves you upward, while negative thinking acts like a lead weight. Real success is defined by the substance you cultivate internally, not just the image you present externally. We need to fill our balloons with the right substance to actually rise. In many industries, we see the parrot. This is the worker who memorizes keywords, formulas, and hacks without ever understanding the why. In fields like marketing or SEO, the parrot just repeats what they were told yesterday. But then there's the strategist. The strategist doesn't just memorize the formula. They analyze the emotional triggers and the underlying structures that make a project successful. One is a worker, the other is a thinker. To truly ignite your internal engine, you have to move past being a parrot and start becoming a strategist. So, how do you move from being a worker to a policymaker? It comes down to the strategist's edge. While everyone else sees the result, the tip of the iceberg, the strategist is willing to do the extra 10% of work to deconstruct what's beneath the surface. They look for the brand strategy, the emotional hooks, and the structural foundation. Don't just memorize the result, analyze the cause. That extra 10% of deconstruction is where the real power lies and where leaders are born. We live in a society of fault finders, people who are trained to spot negativity even in a successful situation. Some people could find a flaw in paradise. To fuel your internal engine, you must make a pivot. Consciously choose to be a seeker of good. Look for the gold in every person in every situation. Remember, your attitude isn't random. It is shaped entirely by what you choose to focus on. If you look for faults, you'll find them. If you look for gold, you'll find wealth. This isn't just toxic positivity. It's a leadership principle used by greats like Andrew Carnegie. As a steel magnate, Carnegie didn't focus on his employees' flaws. He focused on their potential. He famously said, "When you mine for gold, you must move tons of dirt. But you don't go into the mine looking for the dirt. You go looking for the gold." If you want to unlock value in your team, your work, or your environment, stop looking for the dirt. Train your eyes to see the potential buried beneath the surface. Perhaps the biggest engine killer is the trap of tomorrow. Many professionals practice procrastination so often they think it's a skill. We hide behind fancy, professional-sounding terms like analyzing or strategizing when, in reality, we are just paralyzed by fear or comfort. Excellence has one great enemy: the belief that you will do it tomorrow. The internal engine only runs in the present. If you want to change your altitude, you have to start the engine today, not when conditions are perfect. We often fall for the expert fallacy, the myth that we must wait for expertise before we can act. We think, "I will do it when I am ready," or "I'll start when I know everything." But look at the reality. It's a cycle. You don't become an expert to start. You start so that you can become an expert. Action leads to learning, and learning leads to expertise. If you wait until you're ready, the wall in front of you will never break. Break the wall by taking the first step regardless of how ready you feel. It's like learning to swim. You can study the mechanics of buoyancy and the physics of the stroke for years in a manual, but until you jump into the water, you cannot swim. Action is the only cure for fear. It is the only way to build real earned confidence that survives the storm. Don't just read the manual of life or watch the lectures. Jump in and feel the water. Experience is the fuel that keeps your internal engine running at peak performance. Let's recap our internal engine checklist to ensure we're on the right path. First, prioritize your attitude over technical isolation. Remember that 85% rule. Second, cultivate internal substance over just external credentials. Be the helium, not just the fabric. Third, be a strategist, not a parrot. Always seek the why behind the how. Fourth, be a seeker of good and find the gold in others. And finally, do it now. Action is the primary requirement for any significant change in altitude. It's time to stop, getting ready to be ready. Start. By curating your company, surround yourself with other seekers of good who push you higher. Share your knowledge, because teaching actually rewires your own brain for deeper understanding and cements your role as a leader. Most importantly, abandon perfection. Start before you feel ready. Because perfection is just procrastination in a fancy suit. The most successful people aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who never stop starting. Now that you've started, you must commit to the process. On this zero to hero journey with my QRM mentor, I've learned that the grind isn't something to endure. It's something to enjoy. Don't just obsess over the trophy at the top of the stairs. Fall in love with the climb. Every gear that turns and every book you read is building your internal engine. Remember, the journey itself is the reward. Persistence is what separates those who start from those who actually finish. As we wrap up, keep this one truth in your mind. Your technical ability might get you off the ground, but your internal engine, your attitude, is what determines your final altitude. You have the tools, you have the knowledge, and now you have the strategy. It's time to shift your focus from what you know to who you are becoming. Choose your focus, find the gold, and keep your engine running. How high are you willing to fly? The sky isn't the limit. Your mindset is. This video is a meaningful takeaway from the self-development lectures of Sir Asad Farooq Khan with sincere gratitude and deep respect. Thank you for joining me on this journey from zero to hero. If this resonated with you, start building your engine today.